Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you in the month of December, since it is Christmas time and the holiday time, about Bunk Season 4, A Summer Winter Wonderland. So, once again, we have another Christmas episode of Bunk'd, and this is the very last one. I believe they skipped one in Season 3. I'll have to go check again, but I'm pretty sure there's no Christmas episode in Season 3. And this was the last Christmas episode. And once again, they're doing it during summer. Now, of course, because this is Season 4, we have a brand new cast. Gone is Hazel, Xander, Ravi, Suri, Emma, Tiffany, and Jorge. That's pretty much the entire cast from like the first two seasons. The only person left is what's her name? Lou. That's it. Haha. Yeah, the only person left is Lou. And now we have brand new cast members. We have Gwen, who's my favorite. We have Destiny. We have Mateo, Finn, and we have, let's see, what's her name? Ava and Noah. So yeah, the cast has changed. I remember when the old cast left and the new one came, I was really upset. But then I grew to like them within the first episode, because they were really cool and stuff. But yeah, so basically this episode, it's June or July, something like that. And for some reason, it just all of a sudden got cold, cold. And so everybody's freezing their butt off. And Gwen, she's inside. And then Ava comes in. She's all she saw Mateo fly by her, and she thought he was just waving because the wind was blowing that hard. Where it picked, because he's really short, so it picked him up, and he just started floating. Oh man! And so next thing you know, Destiny comes in, and she has a towel wrapped around her, and her hair is half frozen. She's all she was in the lake swimming, and all of a sudden it froze over, and then she touched her curly hair and it broke off, and she started freaking out. And then Ava's all well, it's only just one curl, and then she touched the back of her hair and broke off another piece. But Destiny doesn't know that. Oh boy. So, okay, so then the theme song comes on. Now, the theme song has changed now because Xander is no longer there to sing it. So now it just says Kiki Waka over and over, and they take pictures. I miss the old theme song so much. So Lou's in there, and they're all talking about how cold it is, and she comes up with the idea to have a winter wonderland in summer, like a Christmas type thing, because Gwen has never experienced Christmas before, because she grew up in the mountains and that little cult type family thing she had. And so Lou is gonna make sure she has the best Christmas ever. And so she's sending the boys to go and chop a tree while she gets the lights and do stuff like that. Well, Ava goes into Destiny's room, and Destiny's just laying down, and Ava's trying to get her to get up to do something, but for some bizarre reason, Destiny doesn't want to get up. So I'm assuming, okay, she's lazy because it's cold, but then you see her get grumpy with Ava, and this is very shocking because Destiny's always so perky and everything, but she does get sassy with people. And so later on in the episode, we see her dressed all in black, and even Lou can tell something's wrong with her. And when they try to talk to her and do some Christmas stuff, she's really adamant she doesn't want to do nothing. And she gets major attitude with them, which is so bizarre. And then so Lou, she set up all the lights, and she tries to turn them on, and they turn on. It looks very beautiful for a second. Then it goes out. So needless to say, Gwen is not impressed. And it's so funny because Gwen doesn't know nothing about Christmas. And I remember Lou's all like, we're going to have a big Christmas party. And Gwen's all like, yes, to celebrate the dead. And she's like, no. God, I miss Gwen so much. They replaced her with that boring dude from Canada. And I'm just like, that guy gets on my nerves and he can't act. God, I miss Gwen so much. I gotta find out what show she is on Disney Channel so I can watch that. But she also has a Christmas movie coming up soon on Disney Channel. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, it's kind of like Groundhog's Day, but for Christmas. So she's repeating the same day over and over. And so like the boys are out chopping like the tree and they find a tree to chop. And so as Noah's about to chop it with the axe, Finn is all like, you can't do that, man. It's like a living tree and And so then Mateo's all like, well, it won't hurt it because it doesn't have no nerve endings, but it is alive. And when you cut its roots, it's going to dry up and die. So as soon as Noah's about to do it, then he feels bad, like, oh man, I can't do it. But tomorrow, what I can do is dress up as a person who's all manly macho and who can chop down a tree. And that'll be perfect for him to like study like an acting role. That dude is so weird. He was very like into the whole acting thing in season 4. You don't hear much of it in season 5. And so then like something else. Lou's gonna do something with Gwen. Oh man, I forgot what. Let's see, the first thing was the lights. Then, now I remember. They put on some type of like pageant type thing. See, Ava signed Destiny up to sing along with her. And Destiny didn't want to do that, but Ava just forced her to do it. Because she's the camp counselor. So, they go there to sing. Ava's on the guitar, she starts to sing a little bit. And then Destiny starts singing the rest. But Destiny is singing a song talking about how I hate Christmas and like it sucks and it's boring and all this other stuff. And she just goes on and on and on. And then the song starts to get very toxic and stuff. And so Lou makes her stop singing. And then so she storms on out of there. And then she's all like, Gwen, pretend like you didn't hear that. And then Gwen starts singing the toxic Christmas song with a big old smile on her face. So then the guys go back to chop the tree down, right? But then, so Noah still can't chop the tree down. And he brought even a fake axe because he didn't want to chop it down. But then he gets like a very brilliant idea. So then Ava, she decides she's going to go talk to Destiny because she's fed up and she wants to know what's going on. And then so Destiny starts talking about how she hates Christmas and everything, how she's suspended with her grandfather. And I'm like, oh no, it's coming. I know exactly what she's going to say now. And it happened. It was one of the most emotional scenes ever in Bunk'd. It was the most emotional I've ever seen Destiny. This is like very rare to see this on like a Disney Channel show for this type of show. Yeah, you can probably see it on Andy Mack, but you would never expect to see it on this one. So Destiny starts to cry and talking about how she's never gonna like spend Christmas with her grandfather no more because he died that year. And of course, Christmas is only a couple of months away. And she is like upset. You can feel the emotion. Like I give it up for that actress who did that. Like she did like a really good job. And I was so shocked. And so Ava is trying to like cheer up and tell her, well, tell me more about your grandfather and everything. Like what y'all used to do for Christmas and everything. So then she starts to smile and get a little bit happier. And then she starts telling like 2 stories, and then it cuts to Lou and Gwen. And so Lou's all like, I got all this cool stuff for you and blah, blah, blah. And she opens the door and all of the Christmas decorations and gifts and everything, the lights are gone. Somebody stole it. Lou is pissed. And Gwen's all like, well, there's a sign say follow the tinsel. So they followed it outside. And the boys took all the Christmas decoration to decorate the tree. See, this is what happened. I forgot to mention. When the boys couldn't cut down the tree, they heard some noises and they found some foxes by the tree. So they knew not to cut it down because that's their home. But this is what don't make no sense. They took all the Christmas decorations and the lights and they put them all around the tree. But the foxes live near the tree, like in a little burrow part underneath the ground. This was a big problem I had with this part because, okay, when you find baby foxes, you leave them alone. You don't even go near them. You go in the opposite direction and you keep on going until they're at a distance. Why? Because if the mom sees you near her pups, she will attack you. She will rip you limb to limb. That's what mother like animals do. Like they don't play when you're near their babies. And so like another thing you're not supposed to do, you're not supposed to disturb their den. And that's what they did. And you're not supposed to leave your scent around their home because that's a big no-no. And the parents, some animal parents will leave and abandon their kids if they smell another scent or something to disturb at their nest and everything. So I don't know why Disney didn't like think of that and change that around, but oh well. So they had the party around the tree. And so what's her name comes back and she like delivers a gift and she says she's not staying, but then Gwen and Ava gave her the nicest gift ever. They made her a sleigh out of wood because what Destiny, her grandfather, used to do was he'll put her on a sled and have her go down like the I don't know things called in the house, the steps. Walking up the steps, yeah, the steps and everything. And so like she's really like taken aback by this and she's really like thankful. And so she starts to like cheer up a little bit, a whole lot more, because she realizes, you know, her grandfather might be gone, but he's always going to be in her heart. And she also has a new family with the campers and stuff. And so, you know, Gwen, after doing this nice deed, she starts to feel funny and everything. She's all like, my insides feel like they're like turning around in circles and I'm just feeling so happy. And she's like, is this what Christmas joy is about? So she finally had her Christmas experience and everything. So good for Gwen. Bah humbug, that was a good episode. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye.